270 look good.
Hello, rail friends! Thanks for being back with Casey and I today. We're hanging out at the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum where all is quiet tonight because they're getting ready for all the action coming tomorrow. And you'll never guess what I watched today. Christmas decorations are going up at the Railroad Museum. How much fun is that? And right here tomorrow, we're going to be back bright and early when the sun rises because we're going to Somerville tomorrow with the steam locomotive. 4501 excursion on down. But tonight, it's all quiet. We're here on the Atlanta North District and the Knoxville West End as they run on into the Debucks Yard, where they run side by side. That way is Bootleggers Crossing and Ottawa, the Bucks Yard, and the C&O and TP. So as they go past, they'll either make the bend and go on into the Debucks Yard or pass on through and go out the south end of Debucks. Or once they go through about 2 miles from here, Seneca Junction, they'll make the bend to the right and they'll go on up to Cincinnati, Ohio on the C&O and TP. But hey, I thought we'd come do something fun, hang out someplace for a little while, get a little train action in. You just saw our auto racks that was stopped as he rolled on going west. And as soon as I get done yakking, you'll hear there's a locomotive right behind me that's at idle. The signal lights or signal indications are right there because we are double track up there for going east. So we'll film here for a little bit. We'll move over there after a bit. So we'll get a little bit of variety. We're next to the Southern 5000, the Southern Caboose, and the famous Clover Colony Pullman car here at the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum. So like I said, we're hanging out for a little while. We'll see what kind of action we get up on NS. If you haven't seen, I know Ken was with me earlier today, the 9/11 training train for the hazmat, live, going down through Dalton on its way to Georgia, mid-Georgia, down outside of Atlanta. New York Central, right in front of him, back to back. New York Central leading an intermodal. So that's on our live video earlier today. So all you do is just go Rail Moments, click on live, and look up the different ones, and you'll see it's one of the first ones today. So at the time when we started that, had no idea that the New York Central hadn't passed Dalton yet. We weren't there 5 minutes. We were just getting set up, and boom, caught it, and then bang, here came the 9/11. Then we hung out for an extra train. It wasn't real sunny. Matter of fact, it was foggy and raining, but we got all the action. We didn't miss a thing, and we had fun. And I had barbecue and milkshake on John's recommendation there at the famous milkshake shop right downtown on the railroad track. So I did that. So we're going to hang out, film here for a little while, see what we get, chat with what everybody's going to do this weekend. What are you chasing? Where are you chasing it? What are you after? How cold is it in New York tonight? And I know your leaves are piling up. We'll see here in a moment. We'll do a couple different places here, over there and over there. And you can see we're really either all the leaves just fell off, or they're just kind of getting started. I thought we'd be a little further along after being here this past weekend, but they're kind of just holding on. We got a little bit of color, but right now it's either all gone or all on and just a tinge in between. So, thanks for hanging out with us. I'm going to do a little pan of the area. See the Southern 5000, the Southern caboose. A few videos ago, a few weeks ago, they brought this up from Somerville. Pretty sure this is our that they had down there on display. And it's sitting here in the yard tonight. Changes around constantly. I don't believe there's a dinner train tonight. I think everything's all kind of quiet. But I haven't checked the schedule yet. We'll see. So, idling behind me. You probably hear it. We're here in the yard. And NS behind us. Can't really see the sun setting because, again, we're all clouds still. But at least the rain has stopped. Scanner's on, so you'll be able to hear, and we're just a mile from the CSX line, so you'll hear CSX communication, you'll hear the DeBuck's Yard communication, you'll hear NS trains, and like I said, I don't think there's anybody here in the yard, but if so, you'll hear the TVRM folks. Ken, wasn't that exciting? That was good times. Like I said, we were a tag short on light. Fog and rain is what we had, but hey, it's not every day you get to see that train, number one. Number two, it's not every day you see it right behind another train leading with a heritage locomotive on the front end. So, and it's been really cool. Almost everything that's gone through lately, the heritage locomotive has been proudly pulling the front. So thank you, NS, if that's a deliberate thing. We love seeing it as rail fans. And if y'all haven't read, they're going to do another heritage locomotive. And I was reading it today in between this and that task and what have you. We get to vote. So I said I got to kind of look up where we vote, but we get to vote. So that catches you up with me. You catch me up with you guys. And we'll kind of do a pan here in a moment. And right up there, just on the other side of that tree, is the locomotive that you hear idling. And he is awaiting a signal indication right there from those signal towers. There's two, one on the right, one on the left. So I don't know. Let's see, he's going to be on the far track. Since our other train that just, our auto rack that just left was on the close end. So, just kind of sit back, relax, get that favorite beverage of the evening as you end the work week on this incredibly beautiful Friday evening where the rain is moving on and we're getting ready for a train action a weekend.
Oh. Thank you, ma'am.
Up there's Grand Junction, and you can see where they've started putting up the Christmas decorations that we discussed. That westbound locomotive rolled up there a moment ago, and we still have an eastbound up there in the trees. Some of the rail cars here in the yard. Most of these are all functioning cars. Poor connection, that's not good. Let's see why. We have taken a 3-bar drop. Let's try a different spot here all of a sudden.
I'll look for the next second.
know if you can make him out. He's right in between. You just barely see a light. Looks like an auto rack sitting there. There. And again, getting used to this new recording device and its capabilities. But there he is, hidden right there in those trees as you listen to what sounds like a tree grinder over on the far side of the tracks at work. As you listen to the birds in our still rather green trees, or just bare. Not a whole lot of in between. Yeah, just for giggles, I was trying a couple different spots. See if we could get our reception up, but kind of seems to be that at the moment, 3 bars is tops. As our our eastbound hikes out there behind those trees. Sort of the signals here. Train 152 just said they've been waiting for 2 hours to get a ride. I wouldn't be a happy camper. There's the Southern 5000 that we saw the other day. That went down to Chickamauga. Kind of cool. And it's coupled. Oops. To the southern the southern locomotive is coupled to the southern caboose. Here at Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum. And as Crash said, we're going to have all kinds of action here tomorrow. And we plan on being here 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, maybe 7:20 as first daylight. For all the excitement. As our NS Eastbounder sits up there behind the trees. Up. That sounds like a horn down at Jersey, which is about a mile from us, I do believe. Like I said, there's also a CSX track a mile from us, but kind of where we're at with all the noise, bouncing around a little bit. But I do believe that horn you hear there, that should work. Whoa, that doesn't work, does it, guys? Woo, that got us real dark there. Won't do that again. Diversion at Jersey. There, let's see how it goes. Like I said, practice a little bit with this new recording device. And here he comes. And you're right, Ken. We have horn under these. Like I said, the sun is blocked big time tonight by the clouds. Here he comes. And there goes our red EOT device.
See, look at 189. Get his button up. Clear. Try to south half.
I just believe he got a clear on track 2 at Jersey. And he's revved that locomotive up a little. He should be a nice slow roll.
Hey, Daddy, how you doing? Oh, I'm tired, man. Spent the whole last week moving. Man. Still rough.
Some of the clouds are starting to disappear. The sun's starting to kind of poke out there a little bit. Well, hello, Anne Marie. Thanks for hopping on. We've been waiting for this guy right here to take off, and there he is. The eastbound that was in front of him diverged over. And we're going to move down a little bit so we get a great view. One 1102 locomotive number. Going past the signal post. fast to survive. $45.79. Lords. As that auto rack rolls out fast on us from being stopped just a moment ago. One of tomorrow's trains, probably. Like I said, Christmas decorations blinking and flashing all the way on up here at Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum, where I watched them on the cam start putting them up today. A little view of the yard. There's the building that houses their offices and a great big model railroad club and setup. The Grand Trunk Western Silver Lake car, $8.99 from the Grand Trunk Western rail line. On the other side, behind those big fluffy green trees, is Grand Junction. Our signal indication poles for eastbound. As I said, the clouds are starting to disappear, although it's getting real close to our end of the daytime, where we're going to have darkness here shortly. You can see the Southern 5000 coupled up with the Southern Caboose. As we were talking about with the trees, they're either kind of bare and everything's off, you're right. If they find a new auto rack acts like George, How many cans of paint do you have? Because we're about to break this one in. And since the time we got here to now, sky started to clear up some. As we take a look to the west, here from Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum, where Crash said 6:30 is going to make its appearance tomorrow, work the local, and then hook up with the 4501 on Sunday for our doubleheader chase to Somerville. That'll be fun. Hope you guys all plan on going. Crash, that's a good question. How do they afford it? And then how do they carry it all down to the railroad yard? Then what do they do with all the cans when they're done? And do they carry the 14-foot ladder too to get all the way up to the top? So many interesting questions. Maybe they go hang out at the paint recycle place where everybody brings their old paint and pluck it out. I don't know. It's always intrigued me how they get it up so high to paint to the top of a railroad car and how they have so much time to do it so nicely. As we look at the Southern 5000 with its paint job, hooked up there to Southern Caboose X. 252 is the Sunsex over to our west. And the Christmas decorations that are animated and flashing are starting to come to life as we're installing them all day today in the rain even. Like I said, the goal is tomorrow morning, 7:30 a.m. And that's a stretch for me. I'm going to tell you guys right now. Me going anywhere at 7:30 in the morning is one of those complete challenges. It's like that show where they fall into the water, whatever it's called. I can't think the name of it. But that's what it's like to compete to get somewhere at 7:30 in the morning. And we want to be hooked up and live by 7:30 tomorrow. And I haven't looked at what the local schedule is since Crash brought up that 6:30 is going to be running here in the yard tomorrow. And then, as we know, it's going to be going on down to Somerville on Sunday. So tell all your friends, last weekend to Steam, going down to Somerville, is this weekend here on Rail Moments. My new friend John, my filming assistant, all 4 feet tall of him. Hopefully he's going to meet us in Somerville tomorrow because he is a train fan. Yes, they did a really nice job on the 5000. It looks great. They have another Southern locomotive that they have here in the yard. $31.70. And there you can see Christmas lights up by the top museum offices where the model railroad train setup is and the model railroad group meet. Ho, ho, ho is going to be very proud of the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum for getting everything ready. There's candy canes on the walkway up. And there's a couple red trees there in the background. See, Anne-Marie, we're trying to catch up. We got 2 trees in competition. Now those Bradford pears, they're not doing very well in their competition. For those of you that just jumped on, we had a fantastic trackside lunch where we caught the New York Central leading south on the Atlanta North District, and 20 minutes behind him was the NS 911 and the safety training hazmat train headed down to its next stop outside of Atlanta. And right now, if the weather stays as they say, we're going to chase after that train, and we're going to be down in Georgia on Tuesday all day long with the 911. So we'll be live with you guys, and we'll be on a main line. We should have a great day. Hopefully we can start out with the plan of catching Amtrak coming into Gainesville at 7:30 in the morning. And again, there's another one of those personal challenges. As you can hear, 7:30 as my voice wavers a little bit. And a great big old puffy gray cloud there in the distance. It's rained all day, been foggy all day. Super humid out, but not a gazillion degrees like normal. As we swing back and look to the west, where shortly X-Sun's gonna drop behind those clouds, and we are gonna drop out of here, go home, get dinner, charge everything up, get back for our road trip tomorrow, starting here and then Somerville. We're going to start our evening countdown. Anybody got any questions? Anything anybody wants to catch us up on? Like I said, I hope everyone is having a fantastic Friday evening and that all of you are doing really well. You had a fantastic week and your paradise is full of parrots. Catching up with Mrs. S. See what's on our evening plans when we finish up here. And we're going to hang out to 6:50 p.m. That gives us about 13 more minutes together tonight before we bring this roll up to an end here at Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum, where it's unusually quiet here in the yard. Normally there's the hustle and bustle of everybody coming and going and trains moving and people loading and kids wanting this and that and having the time of their lives here at the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum, where all that will start up again tomorrow morning. Hey, don't look now. He snuck up right there and stopped. He's behind that tree. I know y'all think I'm just kidding you and teasing you. There's those whiskers. Hidden up there in that tree. We're going to give him exactly 8 minutes to move on, because I have a dinner date with Mrs. S. And since I'm going to be gone all weekend hanging out with you guys, I don't want to be late for dinner. It's like Camo Train. Our sun disappearing there behind the horizon in the west. And been watching our signal tonight, where we were running 5 bars here last week. Our signal's only at 3 bars tonight. As y'all saw Ken say a little earlier, we had a little production problem there. Well, a little reception problem, and you all had a little reception problem. So, me receiving a signal and you receiving a picture. Like I said, we are winding down. Anybody got any last minute questions on the itinerary? Mrs. S is picking what she wants for dinner. Our headlight hidden there in the tree. And as always, Casey and I appreciate y'all for hanging out with us, being on the channel, sharing time with us, comments, etc. We've had a great day. We caught a couple cool trains with y'all. Ken, John, everybody, Anne Marie, Crash. It's been a great day. Been a good week. If you didn't see the 911 train from earlier, make sure you roll back. You'll see New York Central, then the 911 training train. And from here in Chattanooga at the incredibly fun Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum, we are going to call it a night, go grab Mrs. S, and I think we're going to go have some Fuji tonight. I believe that's going to be tonight's agenda. And like I said, it's not goodbye, it's going to be see you at the next crossing. And in our case tonight, it's going to see you in the yard. We will see you in the yard here tomorrow morning. And you can tell it's getting dark pretty quick because all the Christmas decorations are coming to life. How cool. Makes me want to sing Jingle Bells, but then you all would just turn your whatever you're watching on off. So it's probably my best interest not to do that. Oh, they even decorated the roof of the top building, where the Southern, oh, one of the light, oh, it's a TVRM train. Hey, how cool is that? Whoa. Hi, Kit. Ken, wise decision. If we get down to the only alternative for fun is listening to me sing, we are in deep trouble. So, like I said, everybody get up early. Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum. Lots of steam action tomorrow, as you heard Crash say earlier. We'll be back 7:30 tomorrow morning, Eastern Standard Time. Here in Candy Cane Land. And the TVRM train is. And there's some folks going home from Grand Junction. So, as we ride into the west, thanks everybody for hanging out tonight. Catch you in the morning, right here. Back in the yard. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody's comments or questions. Kit, thanks for jumping on. Eugene, how are you, sir? Glad you are doing well as well. Kit, I hope you're doing as well as everybody else. Sounds like everybody's had a good day so far. And if you didn't get to check it out, the 9/11 training train and the New York Central, both back-to-back trains today, earlier at lunchtime. Y'all look back and check it out. And I will see you guys back here in the morning. And there's the one that we're leaving on base. Well, we'll be back to catch him in the morning, too. Good night.